Alright boys, so we're playing that new Banlist Gren Maju Da Eiza deck. We're going to be utilizing those triple dark holes. It doesn't really matter what your opponent is playing. If you run triple super poly, you got the dark holes. It's not going to be doing too good. Does this one draw 2? You could add 1 red ice spell or trap card from your deck here. I mean, I guess if he activates that card, I could just get rid of it anyways. I forgot what the card requires. Is it your... Okay. If you use some... extra use monsters from your hand deck. I don't really like that effect. But then again, I could just like send it back anyways, right? I mean, he does like some small amount of burn damage, but like, it doesn't really matter. And that's the point of me showing you guys the new way to play Gren Maju Da Eiza, which is just, it doesn't matter most of the time if you have Super Poly. But I'm gonna let him go off with this because I could save this potentially for something else. So this card's future summon, you can send one, okay. And then it's just some small burn damage. Oh, so if this card goes away, it gets to bring back. I haven't seen this in a while. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and Persona Dragon. Oh, what the heck is this? I did not expect to see pendulums out of nowhere, but there's so many dragon variants. I know some of you guys be like, Red Eyes lol. Dude, you could be playing anything. Oh my gosh, this is just like Dark Hole, dude. You're a triple of everything, dude. Let's go ahead and hit him up with that before the Desires. He'll be able to get out like a monster, but does it really matter? Not really. Because he's going to go ahead and just take some damage. We're going to go ahead and summon the light over here. And, oh! I should have done that the other way around. But does it really matter? Eh. Would have been smarter, I'll tell you, that's for sure. we'll give him this as a top deck. You can top deck this. You know what, guys? I've been really liking this card. It's just so great. Actually, you know what? We can do this before that because that doesn't really matter. So we're gonna go ahead and hit him up with that Desires. I've honestly been really liking Back to Square One. It's just, oh my gosh, dude, this poor guy is just gonna get one-shotted. This deck honestly hasn't changed too much. Regardless if it's Kaiju Slumber or Dark Hole. But the thing is I've added some extra tech here. Let's go ahead and just activate this because we do not need Battle Fader here. You can go ahead and top deck that Red Eyes, sir. And then we're going to go ahead and special summon that Eater of Millions. We're just going to go ahead and banish stuff from the extra deck that we don't need. In this case, I'm probably not going to be needing Cerberus. I'll keep 1, though. Sometimes I like to keep 1 of certain things, just in case, right? I don't think he's ever going to get enough of those. And I'm just got another Mud Dragon. I'm sorry, what? Oh, wait, hold on. I was going to say, why is it selecting more than 5? I guess I can just select more. You know what? Just who cares? Select as many as possible. As many as possible. We don't even need these cards.
Where's the overstuffed
We
burrito?
don't even need them, boys.
Where's the burrito card?
All right, there we go. Just get rid of all of them, man. Just some that you remember. I always thought this card was 5. It's cool. Like it doesn't really matter. Oh, get wrecked, dude! The Gren Maju Da Eiza. He coming home. Massive amounts of damage. Massive amounts of damage. Unless one of these pendulums has an effect. It's just GG for the most part. Let's go ahead and, I mean, like I said before, maybe I'll make a compilation. We'll see. Oh, he just GG'd real fast. It doesn't really matter too much. What the heck is wrong with this game, dude? Look at some of these names for the people hosting. But we'll do a couple duels here, and we'll see how it goes. But for the most part, if you guys have seen the previous Banish deck, it's very similar, but I made some changes. We might see them in this gameplay. If not, I'll mention them. But it's a really easy deck to play. Probably one of the easiest decks to play, especially utilizing, of course, the new Gizmech, which I did show previously. But I wanted to update a build for this because, well, dude, I guess that guy just opened up bad. We'll go ahead and rematch him. Oh, okay, no rematch. Okay, well, I guess we didn't want that. I'm always rage quitting. I'm good at this quitting. Okay, that guy's probably just going to leave the game, actually. So we're 2-0 with this deck. I totally 1-0, but let's go. But pretty much, unless you open up really bad. Oh, dude, this is great. Having Super Poly. However, you guys can see in this hand, we don't have the options to go for Gren Maju. I am running a very large deck here. However, the thing is that you can technically deck people out too. There is no jump cuts here. Okay, so I'm doing this as a live stream too. So he said ... It's cool, dude. My hand is absolutely terrible too. We're gonna go ahead and Allure of Darkness and hopefully get something good off of this. We're not going to Ash Blossom our own card. We're going to go ahead and that Necro Face, activating that effect. Great stuff indeed, great stuff indeed. So I have a Veiler. I could set Battle Fader Pass. So he's playing some heroes. Okay, okay. This can actually be kind of a bad mix-up.
When's the feet card?
Let's go ahead and we can go ahead and do this. And then what we'll do, guys, as our plan at least, we will actually Super Poly utilizing Battle Fader. Sometimes it's okay to set this card because you don't want to get OTK'd. I know you say Battle Fader, dude, there's so many cards in this day and age where they could play through everything. But realistically, I probably could just hold off on that, but I got double of these. So if he's going to pop the back row here, we'll be fine. We will be fine indeed. So let's see what he's going to do. If he's opening up with this kind of a hand in Heroes, what the heck? Why are you setting cards in Heroes? This is a definite surprise. Flip Summon. End of main phase. Okay, we're going to take 900 damage. That's totally fine. We're not going to respond to anything. Another thing I can do, though, is I can Battle Fader and go Link Karibo. And then that way, like, I get the value of Battle Fader. And then I can still have that extra Dark. But it's... Well, like, I really don't need to push with BLS. Yo, dude, the Primal Seed coming through, boys. All right, I mean, we're cool, we're cool. Well, so we still have the, we got Mud Dragon, we got Blossom, Veiler. So let's see. So he's gonna go ahead and E-Call. My guess is more than likely go for Stratos, and we can go ahead and let him put Stratos into use here. I could Veiler. Oh, he's going solid soldier. Oh, okay, well, if we stop this, then there's very limited plays for the most part in his deck. He can go for maybe a Soul. That's my guess, at least. He does have another monster here. Oh, he's just going... he might be playing that, like, poly build. So I'm just going to go ahead and just drop this one right here. There's really no point in end phasing it. I'm just really excited about this Primal Seed. Oh, and a Reborn. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, there's not going to be any good Reborn targets right now. But I'd really like to add back that Gren Maju Da Eiza. I'll tell you that's for sure. We can add back Gren Maju. We can go for this. We can go, like, oh, dude, we can go for multiple BLS. So this is my, like, spicy tech here. When I say it's good, honestly, not really. But I do need this. I do need to put the Dark into the grave here. And I could easily link into Cerberus over here. And it's kind of a waste. But why not? I mean, I wanted... It's kind of unnecessary to push. That's for sure. But I want to do it because I can. So we can go ahead and make Cerberus. Do I need that effect? Whatever. So now we can go ahead and special summon the Black Luster Soldier, my favorite. I was even thinking about just throwing an Armory Arm in here just because it's so great. And like this card, even with let's go ahead and add back the Gren Maju Da Eiza, because that card will have... Oh, you know what? This card was actually gonna have less attack if we do that. And then we could also go for Seer's Passbook, which is something I haven't really like shown off. So why not, right? So go ahead and just add both of these. And you know what's even more interesting over here? We're banishing the cards face down. Interesting enough, Primal Seed works with face down cards, so we can go ahead and activate this. We go ahead and get rid of those cards, and then we go ahead and summon our big boy Gren Maju Da Eiza. Now he only has 4,000 attack here, but we'll be able to deal. We should have sufficient damage to make it game now, unless he happens to have something. But I don't think you play more than one Honest Neos. So we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see, because I'm gonna push, like I said here, to make it game. But the deck is really solid. We're actually short a little bit, yeah. But don't forget this card. What is this card? Okay. We're good with that, and you know the next BLS can come out. Oh, what does this one do? Oh, it's putting it in the back row. Okay. Well, we still have this to basically disrupt some extra plays here. I'm pretty sure I could have made it. Maybe I should push for another card. But we'll see what his plays. Usually this disrupts heroes to the point where, like, you got it, you know? But we do have to make use of the Cerberus, or we could just let it die, whatever. Goes back to our turn. And then the 3 cards that we'll be getting in another, like, couple turns here. Let's see what we're going to get. We're going to get Battle Fader, and Kaiju Slumber. Okay. I don't want any of those, to be honest. But it looks like he's going to go Ferris, and then Increase, and then go for Vion. Vion Activate Effect over here, and we just go ahead and just... I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry, mate. Not today. Not today. I guess I could have, you know what I could have done, guys? We could have Cerberus. But I kind of wanted to make use of the Super Poly because that's so good. So yeah, the reason why Primal Seed works with Face Down is it's just like an older card. And it's just like, you know what, why not? Just going to go ahead and add a hero, which would be Mally or... I don't know, actually. I'm kind of curious to see how his deck plays out. But yeah, any cards with Primal Seed, just, they work. Oh, Plasma. Oh, this could be a huge, huge thing for him to go ahead and bust out. Dark Calling. Oh, it could be Dark Gaia. Dark Gaia can just OTK you sometimes, though. I forgot how much attack this thing has. It's ridiculous, if I remember correct. It has some, like, ridiculous effect, too. You can destroy as many with attack less than or equal to this card. And then it gains attack, but it's cool. This card still has more attack than that. You can only use this effect. Oh, he's using all of them to go for Plasma. Okay, so he's going to absorb with Plasma. Alright. Alright, I see. We snatched stealing. Alright. So this negates all of my effects. But it's just a 1900. I didn't negate everything. Half of the original attack, and the original attack is nothing. So we're going to go ahead and activate this. This is just this proccing the effect here. And we need... Oh, that's cool. We'll have to wait for the other one. Yeah, do you tribute that hero monster special on the card, Kappa? Alright, so we'll just take 19 again. But yeah, I think if I was to use Cerberus' effect, it would have been game. Oh, no, nothing. Okay, I want to hit him with that Super Poly. But we all know we do the next two. Yo, give me all those cards, man. Give me all those cards very soon. Very soon. Should we set 2 of them? Just in case one of them gets wrecked. We got a backup copy here. Because I just need him just get any other monster. Because if he just leaves that, then we're fine. But one more turn for that. Oh, he set. Is this a stream sniper? What is going on here, dude? What is going on here? Oh, there's the Eater of Millions. I'm gonna go ahead and activate this effect of the Seers. Now, keep in mind though, I guess at this point it doesn't even matter. Like, honestly, triple Dark Hole and like all those cards just. I'm sorry, mate. Dude, it's easy claps. Easy claps. Oh, the Ash. The Ash. Ah. Ooh. I didn't expect that, dude. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition. Alright, so. At this point. I mean, this is going to negate all the effects anyways. Well, here's what I can do. I can make... I'm pretty sure I can normal summon the... I can summon the Battle Fader. Right? Hit him up with that young Super Poly. And then that way that gets rid of the card anyways, right? And then I can also get rid of Battle Fader here. And then that way we can just banish the other card face down. That's another option. Shoot, dude, I'm pretty sure I like this card. You know, being able to copy an effect. It's not bad. There are other options. It doesn't really matter, I think, at this point. So we're going to go ahead and banish 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, does it really matter at this point? Maybe I shouldn't have actually banished all those. What if he has Battle Fader, bro? Bro, what if he has Battle Fader? Oh, he's going to Valor it. Oh, Don't even worry, bro. I got my... Dude, my boy BLS always coming in clutch. Dude, you know what's even more insane, guys? Is you can actually Primal Seed for Primal Seed. In fact, there's an infinite loop here that you can do. Yo, my boy BLS coming through. That was a good one. I like that one. But you guys basically get the idea. We're not gonna do multiple games here. Hold on. Let's go ahead and just turn it off, turn it back on. We gotta do the deck profile here before. Yo, we already hit that 10-minute ad read. Let's go, boys. So, in this instance, we didn't even use Gizmek. It just shows you how powerful the deck can be. I mean, it's just really triple Dark Hole. You have Regeki, and the reason why I'm playing a lot of cards in here is basically because you can deck out. But the thing that I didn't like with Indulgence is it doesn't let you use other, like, draw power cards. And I really like the addition of Allure of Darkness in this deck because you can banish your key cards. I've already basically made a video covering the Metal Snake, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's the same stuff, but we did update it, so I did want to give you guys an updated deck profile for us, because I did have people say, dude, why don't you update it with Gizmek, and it's the same, Gizmek and Metal Snake Orochi, they're the same card, guys. I wish they were different. There's basically running 6 copies of it. But I think, honestly, maybe I could drop Battle Fader, the Blackluster Soldier engine with the Primal Seed. It was cool there, you guys got to see it. But the soul of the deck is really Gren Maju Da Eiza one-shotting most decks. I mean, honestly, I would almost think about just cutting Battle Fader. But here's the deck profile. I want to talk a little about how to modify the deck to make it a little bit better. But triple BLS, triple Gizmek. And then we have 2 copies of the Dark Kaiju and then 2 copies of the Light Kaiju. That just fills up, like, you can literally go for this and you have a Light and Dark. That's why I was like, dude, I like this so much. BLS is one of my favorite cards. And then we got 2 copies of Necroface, 3 copies of Ash, 3 copies of Ogre, 3 copies of Gren Maju, 3 Battle Fader, 3 Veiler. Honestly, I'm almost thinking about just cutting Ash completely if I was to just play this as like a 40 deck. And I understand Ash Blossom is very good. However, it's not a light or a dark. In fact, I would even say DD Crow sometimes does the job just as well as Ash. And then, of course, Eater of Millions, 3 Allure. If you're wondering, by the way, why there's no D-Fissure and stuff, it's because going second in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is terrible. I've actually really liked this card. In fact, you guys saw it in one game. I honestly wouldn't mind bumping this card up to 3. It's just so great of a card. And you can even discard, let's say, like the Kaiju Slumbers that are even your Kaijus if you don't want to utilize them. And then you get that effect later down the line where you're going to banish it and then just add a Kaiju. So you don't really lose that much value out of it anyways. This is just against that random Mystic Mind. But a lot of times you can just hold off on even summoning against that deck, and then you can just Battle Fader and then Gren Maju to use a one-shot OTK. Cool stuff indeed. But then we got 3 Veilers, and then 3 Dominions, and 3 Lures, Regeki, 3 Primal Seed, 3 Desires. I almost want to bump this card up to 3. I was actually using this in like every deck. I'm not even kidding. I think this card has so much potential because it resets one of the cards. In fact, the older card effect, I forgot the way it was worded, but it basically removes the word targeting. It's an older card, that's why. I just kind of like this card, to be honest. Another good card someone mentioned is Golden Castle. If you wanted to play this card, I don't think this card is that bad either. However, the problem that I have with Golden Castle is sometimes you can deck yourself out and your opponent will just play against you by just special summoning a bunch of monsters in defense position, which can happen. Yeah, you can go potentially get this card up to insane amounts of attack, but if they're all in defense mode, hopefully you can draw that Dark Hole Regeki and then hit them, but sometimes it's just unlucky, man. But I understand, it's not a bad option as well, if you didn't want to do that. You can maybe play some of the other cards. I made a deck also with this, but I wanted to kind of focus more so on Gizmek in this, because if you have this card, Gizmek, and this, I mean, that's like 30 and maybe even 40 cards. I mean, dude, we should maybe make another one, but I just wanted to do this one for funsies here. Yeah, honestly, I think this card could be dropped. The thing is this kind of stalls with this anyways. But, yeah, I think that there could be some room for improvement here for an updated build. But what I would probably change in this deck, if I was to actually go forward, is I honestly don't like stalling with this card. I don't like stalling at all. I would actually... BLS is really good, don't get me wrong, but... Banish... this deck too. So we're gonna talk more about this because I think I could make like a different build here. Honestly, Gold Sark is pretty slow, but like Gold Sark plus the lure of like an extra, you know, 2,000 attack with Gren Maju, it's not too bad, and this card can potentially help you reset your deck so you don't deck out. So I think that's viable. Sears, like I mentioned before in my gameplay, you guys saw that it was able to get me 3 extra banished cards, which will give me an additional 1,200 attack, and then later down the line, yeah, it'd work. But honestly, I don't really recommend it, so I'm going to go ahead and drop this as well. And I think that this is a much more consistent deck here. Obviously, without Blackluster, there's no point of Primal Seed, but I think for the most part, this is looking a lot more consistent here. And this could be a much more viable way to play the deck. Because again, you could just Gren Maju, get rid of... You should basically, I mean, look at this. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, 9, 10. This is basically 10 cards that can basically board wipe, right? You board wipe and then no monsters left from the field. Okay, you know what? This build, maybe you can drop... sometimes I really like having Ogre instead of Ash because it gets rid of the card and then Gren Maju's home free to hit once and make a game. But I think Ash should be taken over Valor. But I feel like you might need some hand traps. They're always great. But if you want to do like a 2-2-2 ratio, just because, you know, once per turn except for this over here. Yeah, I think 2-2-2 could be good. Let's go with 2-2-2. Okay, so to make the deck better, even though I did have a different build, and I showed you guys the potential of BLS with Primal Seed, the thing is that I think it could hurt consistency, and this could be a really great Banish updated deck for you guys. So here's how I would probably build it. I would also probably throw in any other card that maybe just have more damage. I'm not sure off the top of my head what's the strongest link to... Oh, wait. Sword for Link 2. The strongest, like, generic Link 2. This one requires light. But just whatever the strongest Link 2 is, just for some small damage. Sometimes it can help out. Even though I know with this card, you're banishing cards. But you get to pick the cards. With this, it's technically random. I've never been too much of a fan of this card because of Super Poly. That's why we're just playing 1. I'm just like, it's okay just to play 1 because I'd rather just banish the rest of the cards. Because with triple Super Poly, your targets can be very important. And if you get really unlucky, I think the most important cards, honestly, are going to be these, which of course I played 3 copies of each. You can go into the other things. This can come up with Battle Failure. But I think this is a much better build. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the new updated Banish Gren Maju Da Eiza one-shot with 10 cards. We got, yeah, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Basically ways to clear the board. But if there's any other good targets, you can definitely try that out as well. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay as well as the deck profile. If you guys want to make some suggestions for changes in the comment section below, you guys can go ahead and feel free to go ahead and do so. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. And if you enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. See more new Banlist decks in action. Thanks for watching.
Turn on that bell.
Turn on that bell and peace.